Well, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Hey, I'm live at 5. 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 Come on inside of the StreamYard room. Yep, I ain't sing my song in a minute because y'all just been catching me here on this road, but I am back. I'm ready. I'm in the saddle again, getting ready to wrap up this amazing year. Hopefully, you guys got some stuff done. Oh, where's my get her done group? My get her done group. My girl group that we meet here on Monday nights. Hopefully, you guys are getting her done while I am traveling the world. But I am back in the saddle, and I'm so excited today. I want to just recap for you and for those of you who weren't able to make the day of silence on yesterday, my top 3 takeaways, okay? It's going to bless your life, so just go ahead and get your pen and your pad out. And while you're doing that, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneur's Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, build a highly profitable business. How do you do this? By building your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is God has called you to do. So look, the year is coming to an end. We got a couple of more weeks to get her done. I'm fading the black though one of these weeks. I don't know which week I'm going to fade the black, but then I also want to do a planning session to get ready for the new year. So I'll keep you posted. I'll also be kicking off my executive program starting in January. And also, I'll be launching and bringing back the Becoming the Change program. So you're going to have a couple of options to come play with me. I'll be getting that out to you soon. It is about that time to get back in the saddle again, to get ready for a dynamic 2024. But here's the takeaway. The last day of silence that I had on yesterday, for those of you who made it, thank you so much for coming. We had 2 newbies. And then of course, you know, my consistent family and friends was there as well. So listen, here's my top 3 takeaways. I want you to write these down. For those of you who did not get a chance to join us for the Day of Silence, we'll be having another one for the first quarter. I'll release the date, promote it, so you can go ahead and put it in your calendar in advance. But I also get that life happens, right? I get that some people stated that they wanted to have it more often, once a month and all that stuff. And then, you know, life happens and you can't make it, right? So we're going to do it once a quarter. I think that'll work for my schedule. Hopefully it'll work for your schedule as well. But number one. So for me, I have the goal of expansion. Put it in the chat. I want to expand. Put it in the chat. I want to expand. And I don't know about you, but maybe you want to expand, whether it's your business, whether it's in the Department of Relationships or your finances, right? We just want to expand. As human beings, we want to evolve. We always want to grow and get better. If you never ever feel that way, I don't know what's wrong with you, but for most people, you want to expand, you want to evolve, you want to grow, you want to get better at whatever it is that you do. You want to have better space, better people around you, and expansion is the key. And here was the thing that I focused on, or what I received during my Day of Silence about expanding. In order for me to be able to expand, I need to do 80% planning, 20% execution. Put it in the chat. 80% planning, 20% execution. And I've been hearing this like in all the different communities and groups that I've been in about this 80-20 rule. We all know about the 80-20 rule, right? 80-20, put it in the chat, the 80-20 rule. And it's always 80% of something to 20% of something else. You do get that, right? And when it comes to expanding yourself or being productive or seeing results in your life, 80% of the work or energy is going to be towards one thing, with 20% to something else. So for me, being the planner that I am, the schedule that I have, the things that I want to expand in, it's going to be 80% planning for me, 20% execution. So anybody want to take that on? Just say, I'm taking that on too. That was a good Day of Silence takeaway. I'm taking it. It's mine now. Then I want you to put it up, and then I want you to join me for the planning so you could get the execution together. All right. Number two was Honor my calendar. Put it in the chat. Honor my calendar. For those of you who have invested in the top 30 things on your calendar, I know it might sound terrifying. 30 things is very, very small list, believe it or not. And a lot of it are things that you already do every day, but you just don't track it for whatever reason, but it requires time. And then it leads you to overextending yourself or being overwhelmed and overtaxed because you're not accounting for the things that you're actually doing. And you're probably getting a lot more done than you think you are. So what is it for me about honoring my calendar? Well, I just need to do the things that's in there, right? Nothing more, nothing less. And what I've been finding myself doing because I want to expand is I've been doing more than what I've committed to, right? Saying yes to things that really don't fit, just overextending, people begging or pleading that they want me to do something. And of course, I feel bad because I want to show up for them. So I say yes. But in 2024, I got to get back on track. I got to say no to the things that I need to say no to and say yes to the things that I need to say yes to. And no hard feelings. And I don't feel bad. And I don't regret anything that I've said yes to. I've been super blessed, super excited, traveling a lot of places. What a blessing that is. But I wanted to maintain a balance. And when I say balance, I don't mean 50-50. One of my clients and I was talking about that today. Like she just don't believe in the word balance. But when I say balance, I don't mean 50-50. Put it in the chat. Balance doesn't mean 50-50. Balance for me means being able to give time to the things that are important to me. Some things may require 80% my planning, but the execution only gonna get 20%. So for me, based on the standards that I've set, that's balance. Do you get that? So whatever it is for you in your life, if you want to spend 30% of your time doing one particular thing, 60% doing something else, and 10% doing something else, and whenever you're doing it, guess what? That means you're in balance because you've set the criteria. You have the power to say so. And whatever it is that's so for you, just do it. So for me, I want to honor my calendar and give the amount of time to the things that I want to give my time to. And if someone comes up, and this is what I teach in in my top 30 things on your calendar, it's a rolling calendar. It's a 2 to 3 day rolling calendar. So there's certain days like today, you can never come to me today telling me that you want to get on tomorrow. How? Tomorrow's already planned. So you could get on 2 days from now, right? So that's a 3-day calendar. Today, tomorrow, the next day. 3 days. Today, tomorrow, the next day. So when you come to me, you're not talking about tomorrow. You're talking about the day after tomorrow. Because that's the only thing that there would be potentially be an opportunity for you to meet with me. Do we get that? So honoring your calendar, your space, your time, your schedule, you have to have some form of a criteria. Now that criteria works for me. That criteria may not work for you based on the work you do. Maybe you have to take more last minute calls or appointments. But for me, I don't. And I believe that when you set a standard for yourself, people respect the standard that you set. So the people around me already know, okay, I can't talk to Deneen about tomorrow. So I'm calling her today, but I dare not mention anything about tomorrow because she's already planned her tomorrow. Let me talk to her about Wednesday. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right. Number three, I need to pray for where to give my effort and the direction that I need to go in. So more praying for me, more days of silence, more sitting in space where I can listen and not do a whole bunch of talking. So number 3 is more prayer for direction and where my effort and time is going to go. I don't know what it is for you. Maybe you feel like you give the right things your effort and your time. Maybe you feel like you spend enough time with God in silence or in conversation or in prayer to actually hear, or maybe even studying, right? I don't know what it is for you, but for me, number 3 is I need to pray. and pray for clarity of how I should be directing myself, movement, and my effort, my energy, of what I'm giving my time to. So I don't know, for those of you, I think, LaShawn, you was at the Day of Silence yesterday. Any takeaways you want to share, definitely share them for the community. I really think we all need to get more into the practice of being silent and allowing God to speak to us and giving space and room for answers, or just being still enough. This was something that one of the attendees stated last night, which is so true. And I tell my coaching clients this all the time. You're not confused. You don't need as much clarity as you think you do. I really, truly believe you already know what to do. You already know where God is leading. You already know where you need to put your time, your energy, your direction. The how sometimes may be in question, but what is not in question. The why is not even in question. The how may be, but we get to this point because we don't want to. Put it in the chat. Sometimes I don't want to. Hey, Missy, sometimes I don't want to. And maybe you should be more straight with that you don't want to. But it's not that you don't know. And it's not that you're confused. It's not that. Missy, put in the chat too your top 3 takeaways from your Day of Silence. What did you gain for yourself? So I just want the community to be able to hear the work that y'all did. So listen, my takeaways, top 3, I want to expand. And how am I going to expand? I'm going to do 80% planning, 20% execution. Number 2, I'm going to honor my calendar, the things that's in it and the things that's not in it. So if it's not there, I don't need to be doing it. I don't care how much they beg and plead, and I really, really want you. No, that don't fit. And if the gloves don't fit, what you got to do? You must have quit. Okay. Anyway, and then number 3, more prayer for me. Prayer on direction and effort. I want confirmation that I'm moving in the right direction, the right way, right? The way that I'm maneuvering, making my moves, and the effort and the energy that I want to give and bring to things. Like, I don't want to waste energy. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste words. I don't want to waste relationships, right? I want to cherish these things in 2024. And the Day of Silence has given me some things to focus on. So the 12 days of Christmas is normally the thing that kicks off my next year. So this theme for this year is honor yourself. Put it in the chat. Honor yourself. Honor yourself. So all next year, it's going to be all about honoring yourself and all the different areas of life, all the different things that you're going after, striving after, things that you create and things you've been talking about. You're going to honor yourself. And the first thing you need to do to honor yourself is to get the 80-20 going, right? Right? Planning out, what do you see yourself doing, creating on next year? Okay, so LaShawn said, my takeaway was to delight myself in the Lord and he will guide my steps. Absolutely. And for those of you who do study or, Bible study, break down words, right? The delight yourself is, it's almost like giving up control. Delight yourself, allowing God to guide your path, right? Delight yourself in the Lord, that he knows the best way, that he has the answer. He has the path. And he will guide your steps. But you got to delight yourself in the plan. You got to delight yourself in who he is and the power that he has and how his ways are higher than your ways and his thoughts are higher than your thoughts. You got to really she said, exactly, sissy. Yeah, you got to give control over to him. Delight yourself in the Lord. Give yourself over. Be pliable. Be flexible. Allow him to mold you and make you to who it is that he wants you to be. Remember, he made you. He made you. So no need for you trying to take over what he already done, or what he's done is perfectly, wonderfully made. You don't need to make any changes. You don't need an upgraded version. You just need to continue to develop yourself. Put it in the chat. I will continue to develop myself. Because here's the thing. A lot of the things that happens around you is all based on you. Right? It's all based on who you are and how you're showing up. And when you get that, you developing yourself makes life better, not just for you, but for everybody else. You will find yourself experiencing more of the results that you want when you focus on you. Put it in the chat. Put it in this chat. Put it in the chat. I know it's going to sound crazy, but I want people to come and tune in. Put it in the chat. It's all about me. Put it in the chat. It's all about me. And the more you get that it's all about you, your development, how you handle yourself, how you show up, who you decide to be, then it helps you. Okay, I need to let go. I need to let go and trust the process, get out of my own head and way. God brought you this far. He will not fail me. Trust. Amen. 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 Yep. You just got to do it. And I know, Missy, we talked last night about a person that trusts and what that looks like and who you would need to become in order for that person to show up, right? Put in the chat that person that you would need to become. You listed some of the things last night, and I told you to write them down, right? Put it in there. Who would you need to become in order for a person that trust in relationships, trust in love, trust in your career and the decisions that you make, and trusting in God, trusting in the relationships that you have in your life, the people in your life, the decisions that you make. Come on. Sometimes we don't trust our own decisions, and we need to trust our decisions. Trust yourself. We constantly talk about failure just being existing in language. Stop making failure about you. Just because you didn't get a result, it just means that you need to do something different, right? There's something else to try, to tweak, to do, but it has nothing to do with the type of person you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing to fix. Put it in the chat. There's nothing to fix. Put it in the chat. There's nothing to fix. Put it in the chat. There's nothing to fix. Stop trying to fix yourself. You're not broken. You're not broken. You're not broken. There's nothing to fix. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You're not broken. Put it in the chat. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to fix about you. You are fine. You are perfect just the way you are. There's nothing to fix. All right. So look, tonight is all about honoring your mind. That's what I'm going to be talking about for the 12 days of Christmas. We'll have our winners as well for day 1. Day 2 was earlier today because I didn't have any electricity last night. The storm took out everything here, so I wasn't able to go live, but we went live today at 12:30. So if you missed day 2 with transparent parenting, you need to go back and get it. Also, I'll give you an opportunity to register for the gift. Go register for that gift. And then tonight, we're going to talk about honoring your mind, right? You got to honor your mind. I'm coming hot and heavy for you, so be ready. Bring your notepads. Be ready to talk to me. 8:00 p.m. Join me. All right, so this was your recap for the Days of Silence for those of you who missed it. And if you are watching the replay and you did the Day of Silence on your own, there was a couple of people that reached out to me, told me that they're going to do theirs at a later date or wasn't able to join the Zoom for whatever reason. I want you to come back here and put in the takeaways that you had from yesterday when you did your Day of Silence. What were some of the things that you gained from sitting in silence for those 4 hours? What clarity did you receive? And more importantly, what actions are you going to take? What are you going to implement that's going to make life better? All right, always looking forward to serving you. I'll see you guys soon. See you today, 8:00, 12 days of Christmas, day 3, coming at you hot and heavy. Register to win for the prizes. All of them will be announced tonight. Posts will be done. You will see them, who won what. And then we're going to get this ball rolling. Always looking forward to serving you. Hey, I'm live